Welcome back. Welcome back to the stream. All right. Let me copy that, paste here. Nice. Now, you may notice this isn't CTGP. You're right, it's not. I didn't feel like playing that today. Anybody who has any presence in the Mario Kart Wii like online scene, community, and whatever has heard of or knows who TWD98 is. And I've been seeing some of his streams lately. Cool stuff. And he has been playing Mario Kart Wii Retro Rewind online. So I want to take a look at it and see what's up. Although, one of the features of this distribution is that you can actually get more than 9,999 VR, which I think is a little bit conflicting with the sort of thing I'm doing on CGGP, where I'm playing on my main account and just doing that stuff. So I think I'm gonna go to my alt account. You can see here, this is Alexios MKR. This is Fizazi. This is my alt. I'm gonna start that up. Go to Wii Link and play some Retro Rewind today. That's what's up. And of course, there is that's not the only thing that's unusual today. Because holy shit, was there ever a big event that happened lately? Nice. Versus, please. Oh god, I forgot I don't have my custom textures. Fuck it, me outfit B, sure. You know, before I start the next stream, I hope to come back with better better textures. The My Stuff folder, I think the My Stuff folder is where all that is stored. I might even need to get a different SD card because this one's pretty full. But yeah. For now, there's not going to be much in the way of custom stuff. It's going to look a little bit different. Let me try to go to... I need to try to remember what all happened at the well, with regards to the news yesterday. Okay, cool. I will vote for the next course. I want to try voting for some 3DS courses, first things first. Wii courses? 3D, yes. Yes, perfect. Give me 3DS Mario Circuit. I like that track. What's going on? Oh, never mind. We just got put on Wario's Gold Mine. Okay, cool. Oh, dude, the kilometers per hour is in the bottom left now instead of the bottom right. That's actually perfect because it enables me to move my camera. Here, look. Check that shit out. It looks kind of awkward. I'll have to move the timer in a second. But yeah, now I can actually, you guys can see the race timer up in the top. So that's fun. Gonna use this. Ow. So this is a 5,000 VR account. I don't hardly use this. You know, originally I was gonna be like, I was gonna sort of use this as the account where I would use like Funky Kong Flame Runner on CTGP, but I can always create another account for that. I'll probably have, like, an account for CTGP and an account for Retro Rewind. So far, this is a really good connection. Maybe it just skips the, it might just skip the, like, track roulette screen. Also, these textures look interesting. See, the Wii U doesn't have the most amazing resolution, so it looks a little bit grainy. Like, I don't think the anisotropic filtering is turned up quite enough, but yeah. Banana there. Cool. Relatively easy ending section. Very convenient and cool. Alright, now let's take care of, let's take care of... Wait, what is this? Timer. Let's move you out of this. Move you on top of there. Then put you back in. Huh? Perfect. Perfect. That's great. So, now we've got my webcam in the bottom right. Got the timer of how long I've been streaming on top. On the top right, you'll have the timer and lap count, so you can see exactly how long the race has been going on. On the bottom left, you'll have the position and the speedometer, and in the top left, there's the follow goal and you know, type help for list of commands and such. Nice. So, let's now address the political elephant in the room. The assassination attempt on Donald Trump, former American president. Pretty nutso, gotta say. I'm kind of, part of me wants to be surprised that this happened at all, because America is in sort of an unprecedented situation of political apathy. And part of me wants to be surprised that it didn't happen sooner for how much politics has become more radicalized lately. In terms of, like, the Overton window shifting and expanding to fit, like, the increased amounts of social alienation and isolation that have been going on. And you can't go that way, okay. Yeah, makes sense. So let me first recount the details of the assassination attempt itself. And then I'll talk about the political implications it has, if any, right? So yesterday, it just happened yesterday, there was a rally in Pennsylvania, Trump rally. You know, a bunch of people were there, Trump was there, and there were a number of shots that rang out. A couple from a gunman on, like, a rooftop a little ways away. And then a number of those gunshots were obviously from the Secret Service people who shot the gunman. And the whole situation was handled pretty quickly. The details of the aftermath, I think there were a couple people. I'm in your game, I got third, by the way. TW Derp, welcome to chat. We know the topic already? Yeah, it's the topic in politics right now. Welcome to chat, TW Derp, and cool, good shit. The details of the aftermath is that there were a couple other people that were shot by the gunman. Very unfortunate for them. And I think one of them died, another one was critically injured. You know, panic ensued. The Secret Service ended up finding out that the guy that did it was an individual by the name of Thomas Crooks? Thomas Crooks, that's right. The guy's name was Thomas Crooks, and they got him. They killed him, and all that. But that's as far as I wanted to talk about the logistical details. The logistical details of this don't actually matter that much. What I wanted to talk about was sort of the ideological driving forces behind it, and the political ramifications of an assassination attempt on a former president during the campaign cycle, and like the impact that could have on American politics, etc., etc. Right? This guy, Thomas Crooks, thank fuck for myself and every other queer person on the planet, was not a like mentally ill homosexual leftist or whatever. He was just a mentally ill cis white libertarian dude. You know, kind of went down, it seems like, the conspiracy rabbit hole or something. And of course, I'm not under any impression that that's going to change much about what the a lot of right-wing media outlets have to say. They're going to say he was a Democrat because he donated to Act Blue one time. I don't remember if links work because something unconfirmed popped up is very important. If it's unconfirmed, don't link it. Because then it's like, it might as well just be garbage. I'm operating off of purely confirmed information, right? This is, especially with Trump's immediate reaction to being, I think, clipped on the ear. He wasn't majorly hurt. Was like, the Secret Service literally went, "Get down, Mr. President," which was, I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of funny. And then they like, they escorted him off the stage. He did the like, he pumped his fist at the crowd and whatever. And at this moment, myself and a lot of other people were kind of like, oh, it's fucking over. You know, Reagan-esque landslide incoming, which might happen, but I've been introduced to some other takes that suggest that maybe that wouldn't happen as well. We'll have to see. But obviously this is going to elicit some sympathy for Trump that wasn't previously present. The difference between Trump and Reagan is that Reagan was massively popular and Trump is not. Trump is very unpopular. And I don't think that's going to generally change as a result of this assassination attempt. This is going to resonate with Trump's base. It might even pull in some independents, but the people who didn't like Trump, good games, TW Derp. The people who didn't like Trump before this assassination aren't suddenly going to be moved to like him now that the assassination attempt has happened, because the people that don't like Trump are for reasons mostly revolving around policy. I'm losing VR for a fourth. That's the high VR life. And remember, VR is just a number. Skill issue, TBH? Yeah, it's an issue of him having too high skill. Or alternatively, it's an issue of thinking that VR indicates skill when in fact there are many, many low VR players that are way more skilled than the VR would indicate. Let's do Warrior Shipyard. I like that track. What people don't realize is right ear probably temporarily went deaf because, you know, a fucking gunshot went next to his ear. All indications are that he wasn't nicked by the bullet, rather he was nicked by, like, a shard of glass or something from a teleprompter. Either way, it doesn't really matter what he was hit with, because he was kind of grazed and he was fine. So it, like, now we're kind of in just a similar situation to, you know, before this all started. I don't know, either Trump wins or he doesn't. Given the sort of general unpopularity of Trump, I don't think this assassination is going to result in him gaining, like, oodles and oodles of sympathy. But, you know, it's possible that, like, this is just one more contributing factor to Trump winning the election, you know, especially because after the news of this dropped, the Democratic Party, like, used this to say that, like, oh, yeah, in this trying time, we're not going to replace Biden or whatever, which is not at all related. But, you know, the Democratic Party was kind of looks for excuses to not do stuff. So this was just, like, one more excuse for them. But you know, all in all, as much as I hate liberals, the involvement of the Democratic Party in anything regarding this is very minimal. You know, Very, very minimal. We can easily predict Trump gains percentage from this. Yes, and undoubtedly he will. But if polling data from the past indicates anything, the percentage gain that Trump will get from this incident will be small and not sustained. Ronald Reagan, when he was shot, gained popularity on the order of about 5%, and that faded after about 3 months. Now, like I said, circumstances now are different from then, so it's possible Trump benefits more from this and for longer, or it's possible he benefits less and for less of an amount of time. You know? Either one of such scenarios could happen, but you know, I don't want to waffle too much. Ultimately, what like it's kind of weird to me how little of an impact an assassination attempt like this tends to have, right? Because it's just one incident. In terms of the election itself, it's not going to be as substantial because it's not like Trump supporters can vote twice. Top 2? Hey, nice. Yeah, yeah. I think more than anything, what signals to me that it's kind of Jover is not the assassination attempt itself, but rather that the in the wake of it, the Democrats decided to double down on having Joe Biden as the nominee. And so I think, like, not from the assassination, but from associated factors, we can sort of predict a Trump presidency from 2025 through, well, whenever. He's already said he's going to revoke certain parts of the Constitution, and he's not going to obey democratic norms, etc. Wow, +7. Yeah. Look, this is a low VR room. You're not going to be getting those big numbers. You got to be out there playing for the love of the game. And besides, I think the VR gain in Retro Rewind is way more balanced than the VR gain in something like CTGP. Just having fun, lol. Yeah. For sure, for sure. Womp Ruins. Well, this is such a better version than I remember last playing. You gotta go meta hybrid spear funky. That is a like decent enough combo on this, wouldn't it? Isn't it? You know. Rust. Yeah, because automatic drift always lets you go tighter than manual. Is this even faster? I don't know, it might be. Who knows? Ow. Half these cuts ain't even faster, to be honest. Yeah, you know what it is? This is a Mario Kart 8 port, and those don't translate super well to Mario Kart Wii because all of the tricks, all of the levels of tricks in Mario Kart 8 and 8 Deluxe and whatever give you the same amount of boost. Doesn't matter whether you're going off a trick ramp or like a big giant flip trick ramp or a glider ramp, you get the same amount of boost. Meanwhile, in this game, a flip trick gives you actually substantially more of a boost than just the little trick ramp. Although there, I think that route is faster despite you not getting the flip trick because of because you're skipping that section. You spend less airtime and stuff like that. The bigger trick boost like isn't enough to make up for it. 3 mushrooms. No! We bumped each other off. Damn. Okay. 10th place. It be like that. Only minus 34 for 10th. Fuck it. We take those. You hit me with the red shell first? That's true. That's true. Yeah, look. I'm not under any illusion that, like, this is vindictive or whatever. Item use is just part of the game. You know, if I'm unguarded, then I'm unguarded, and that's on me, because that's the game of Mario Kart. I just have to be better with my item usage. Yeah. What else has been happening with that? Is there much else? You know, there doesn't seem to me. There's not much to say about the assassination itself, or the assassination attempt itself. There are a lot of. I will say this. There are a lot of people invoking civility politics. In fact, it's a very normie take, and it's a brain-dead take, to say that, like, oh, this isn't what America is about. Political violence, you know, has no place in American politics. Motherfucker, all politics is violence. It's very frustrating, because I know that, like, that's the street-level engagement with politics that most people have, but it's also one of the stupidest takes to have, and that attitude is, in fact, what produced the climate in which this assassination took place. The hallmark of a centrist liberal mindset is civility politics, and that civility politics liberalism produced the alienation that produced people who are crazy enough to try and assassinate a former president, if that makes sense, right? Like, the guy that went up there, younger than me, by the way, the guy that tried to assassinate Trump was not in like any sort of right-minded mental state, you know? And the reason for that is because of, like, political disaffection and you know, disillusionment that has been fueled by, like, heavily socially alienating norms and, like, economic stagnation, social stagnation, isolation ever since COVID, and as a result of various factors relating to the internet and whatever. And that's one of the reasons I say I'm kind of surprised that this hadn't happened sooner. But also that, like, the centrist liberalism that sort of puts people to sleep, proverbially speaking, also generates apathy. So on another level, I'm kind of surprised that it happened at all. Unrelated, but the guy looked like a Discord trial mod. Yeah, he was a 4chan user. I'm not joking, by the way. He was very active on 4chan, which is typical, because that's where all, like, politically tangential mental illness on the internet goes at some point or another. Imagine. Okay, I guess I win. But that's sort of the circumstances that produced the guy that attempted this assassination. The other thing I wanted to mention is that violence is a constant part of politics. Did he hit his own forward thrown green? He might have hit my green. I think there was a... I think I dropped one last time. Oof. Yeah, tough. Still 10,000, I'll take it. Yeah. Look, don't worry about your VR. You just have to be confident in your ability to drive. You just have to know, I am that good. You don't need the number to tell you that you are that good. You know? Fuck it, I'll use the combo. Let's do it. Hybrid. Oh wait, I forgot. Hybrid is actually worse for bikes because you can drift on accident when you're wheeling. You just gotta not turn too hard. But anyways, what I was gonna say, to all the people who are saying, like, political violence has no place in America and whatever, this is unheard of, doing this sort of pearl clutching bit, these people have no idea what they're talking about. Because political violence is literally constant across all political systems. Politics, as a concept, is dominated by violence. Without violence, soft or hard, real or implied, you don't have politics, because politics is a matter of resource distribution and basically getting other people to do things that they might not have been willing to otherwise. Hybrid is harder, but I wouldn't say worse. No, I think it's worse. Because you have to wheelie a lot, and hybrid makes your wheelies way... But authoritarianism? Authoritarianism is bad, and that's not always, like, inherent to politics. It's possible to have not authoritarian political systems. What I'm saying is, like, you basically can't have society without some level of, like, coercion or implied violence, like threat of violence. And that violence is just invisible. People just get really upsetty spaghetti when the violence is visible, when they can see it for once, right? This assassination attempt, for all intents and purposes, is one of the less bad versions of political violence in America. Still bad, obviously. All political violence is bad. But you consider the fact that, like, it is a quotidian and routine form of violence that police arrest, like, thousands upon thousands of people every year for petty crimes, you know, stuff that isn't even, like, might not even be deserving of, like, throwing people's life away in prison. You consider that people die, like, from lack of access to things like healthcare, which could be easily provided for free or whatever. You know, that kind of violence is the violence that I am thinking of when I think of political violence. But most people don't understand that as violence, because for a lot of people, violence has to be visible and spectacular. Violence is just anything that hurts people and makes their life worse, which politics is defined by. Wouldn't say sounds like an endorsement of authoritarianism. Wouldn't say it's an endorsement, it's more like an acknowledgement. Yeah, I think it's worth acknowledging that, like, political violence is part of every single political system that we have ever had and ever will have, just to varying degrees. And with regards to assassinations specifically, people are also talking out of their ass because America has been fucking marred with various assassination attempts on high-level politicians. You know, not but 50, 60 years ago, people in America were getting assassinated left and right. You know, you think about Kennedy, you think about, like, Gerald Ford, one of the least memorable presidents in American history, was even, like, had an attempt made on his life. And then obviously Reagan. Haven't 6 assassinations succeeded? Something like that, yeah. Who was it? One of the presidents whose name I have a hard time remembering. Well, I remember a lot of presidents' names, like, is it Tyler Buchanan, maybe? There have been, McKinley. I know McKinley was assassinated. Many presidents in American history have been assassinated, and many more politicians who aren't presidents in American history have been assassinated. People are being assassinated, you know, having attempts made on their lives in Europe. It's a normal part of politics that is especially normal in America. It just happened to happen to Trump. Does that make it good? No, obviously not. This is just an acknowledgement of people, like, freaking out when it's really not warranted. Most notable thing is that the first close attempt since Reagan, and many people haven't lived through that. That's true. Social memory is very short. I will say that much. This is kind of an explainer for why people react to things in such pearl clutchy ways. Is, yeah, you know, the social memory is very short, and there weren't a lot of people who had, you know, that Reagan assassination attempt in living memory. Never forget when Bush was attacked with a shoe. You know what's the fucking crazy part? The guy that photographed that was also one of the photographers who photographed the assassination attempt at the Trump rally. Like, the same photographer was at both places, 20 years apart. That guy is gonna have a fucking resume, let me tell you. You know, political photography, like, is a veritable field. Check his alibi, bro. He took photos of it. That means he couldn't have shot him. Lol W, are we sure? We're never sure of anything. You could be a brain in a vat for all you know. You operate off of the information you have. I'm not gonna lie, brake drifting, I'm gonna have to rely on that a lot. Gonna be honest, an assassination attempt of the president should be freaked out about. I mean, yeah, but not to the extent, like, it's kind of a freak out in the moment, but the way that liberal media outlets have been handling this has been really, really dumb. You know, they're acting like this hasn't like Like, it wasn't even thinkable that this could happen, you know? Yeah, the auto part of hybrid will be better on some corners. I just have to sort of plan for that. There we go. Take this wide. Oh, wow, look at that. If you start wide, you can actually make it without even brake drifting. That's interesting. Oh, no. I think Laura was a white boy. Can you imagine what would happen if it was a black trans Mexican? Yeah, I think I mentioned that earlier. Could you imagine, like, if the person who tried to assassinate Trump turned out to have been, like, a trans cat girl or whatever, like, communist trans cat girl, it would have been fucking over. They would have been, like, making the fucking death camps already, you know? I mean, I just tested it on that corner. I don't know if hybrid drift really did me much good there. I got third, though. First? Nice. Oh, you had first by a mile, too. Look at that. Yeah, baby. Spear requires realistic turning lines. Imagine an F1 car line. Yeah, you have to start really wide and then pull tight. Go wide or slow down, yeah. Which is the biggest disadvantage that the spear has. Wario Shipyard. Managed to make it work, but it depends. Yeah, I mean, it's a skill set to make the spear work in situations like this. You want me to vote Wario? No, you vote for whatever you want to vote for. I'm happy to play whatever track in the pack, you know? There's just a routine that I go through where it's like, I'm going to vote this track till it gets picked. I'm going to vote this track till it gets picked. I'm going to vote this track till it gets picked. Assuming I haven't played every track in the pack yet. The reason I go random on CTGP is because I have played all 216 tracks in the pack. Or 218 if you include the secret ones. If Rewind had bad tracks, people wouldn't play it. True. I mean, these are all Nintendo designs, so... You know, the bad tracks are going to be relatively few and far between, which is nice. Oh, these give auto low tricks. I love that. Ah. Don't quite know how to do that that corner. Whoa, what the... Wacky. Okay, this works. Start wide and very sharp. Yeah, like this. I'm holding on to this banana. I know it's possible somebody behind me could get red shells. I actually had to slow down a lot there. The 90-degree turns are fine for spear. You know, turns like that's not all that bad. It's the U-turns, really, that you have trouble with. Or that the spear really has trouble with. Although being small is really good for the spear. Is this spin drifting? But, you know, I got hit by a shell there. Main issue is that I'm switching from Mach to spear, possibly. But I have some experience with the spear as well. So it's not like I have no clue what I'm doing. Back to back? Nice. I'm happy to get middle spots if I'm on the spear. I'm going to be real. Mach pretends corners don't exist. Oh, on the contrary, Mach Bike fucking loves corners. Because you gain all the time in the world on people. That the one slept on thing that makes Mach Bike, in my opinion, the objective best vehicle for custom tracks is not just that it can take the turns tighter, but that the mini turbos are longer. One of the things about Flame Runner and Spear is that they have shorter mini turbos than the Mach Bike. I'm gonna switch to entirely manual. Hybrid is messing with me. So if you're mini turboing with Mach Bike and wheeling, that's a solid like 1 second gain on every sharp corner, right? Because you're getting the inside, the really there you go. I'm voting it now. You don't have to do that. You should vote for what you want to play, not what I want to play. With the Mach Bike, you gain time on the really tight corners, and you gain time on how long your mini turbo lasts. You're in a wheelie and boost sort of state for much longer than the Flame Runner or the Spear. Daisy's objectively the best character, so pairing her with Mach Bike already gives an advantage. Yes, because Daisy gets, I think, speed and mini turbo bonuses, so she's faster and her mini turbo lasts longer. Although I think the mini turbo is rolled up in the drift stat. So in addition to having longer mini turbos, she can also take turns slightly tighter than other Mach Bike characters. Which means that yes, however much time you would gain, say on the Mii with the Mach Bike on each corner, you gain more time with Daisy and Mach Bike on each corner. Which means that if we're talking about objective best combos for custom tracks online, it's Daisy and Mach Bike. Ow. Ow! I don't know the pinball patterns on this track. What I do know, though, is you're supposed to go over this way to avoid them. But yeah, just a little bit of a theory insight, Mario Kart theory insight from me. The shot. Use your dodge item, Juanma. Yeah. Ow. Shit. Daisy's +2 speed, +1 handling, +1 drift. Okay, yeah. Makes sense. Literally just making Mach Bike that much more insane, and +4 frames of mini turbo. Yep. That makes a huge difference. If you compare Daisy with Spear, everyone would. I mean, the Sneakster exists. Daisy turns the Sneakster into the Flame Runner, basically. With just ever so slightly worse drift. I have to go super wide. Oh, this is perfect. Here, I'm going wide of this guy. Daisy's literally King Boo, Funky Kong Off-Road, and +4 mini turbo as a bonus. Stupidly OP. Hit the last wall and then solid first. Nice. I'm gaining VR for 7, so I'm content to keep using the Spear. You know, fuck it. We ball, I guess. Yeah, this assassination attempt actually matters, thankfully, fucking less than I thought it would. If I get last, I'm losing 1,000. You can't lose 1,000 in Retro Rewind. It's limited to 117. And you can't gain more than 117. Yeah, it's not like CTGP, where you can literally lose 300 for last place. A thing that has happened to me before. Yeah, it's very funny, but, you know. Yeah, the assassination attempt, as flashy as it was, it doesn't seem like it's going to be that enabling of the fucking Republican Party. precisely because we dodged the bullet, and it in the sense that like the shooter was a like right-wing libertarian conspiracy nut, you know, which in a way is like less political than the average American, you know, like the shooting seems to be motivated more so by mental illness than like steady ideological convictions, you know. If it were even though the Republican Party and their affiliated media outlets are going to say the same things about the shooter that they probably would have otherwise, they're not going to have as easy a time constructing a narrative. One of the things that they would get is easy justification of a like insane narrative if the shooter was like left wing in some capacity. But since they weren't, they don't have like that coordinated line. They don't have a lot of coordinated lines to go to. I'm just gonna chuck this. We play for content, ladies and gentlemen. Besides Luigi, Funky Kong, Baby Daisy, I don't see anything that even rivals Daisy stats. Dry Bowser has a really good mini turbo stat. He has the best mini turbo stat in the game. Which is why sometimes people use him with the Flame Runner online. But yeah, no. That's like the only thing that he has over Daisy, and it's not by much. My theory is that the shooter is just committing a JFK assassin with the fucking I just wanted to BS. Maybe. That's certainly possible. Yeah, I was going to mention that. A lot of what's weird about assassins through American history is they seem to be less ideologically motivated than a lot of other, like, political actors or even political extremists have been. And I think that's fundamentally because they understand that assassinations is really fucking, like, they're really fucking bad for if you're doing them for a political cause. And, like, if you're a career political activist, you tend to have to focus on things that are optically beneficial and effective for your movement. Assassination attempts are neither of those things, right? It's like, there's a French diplomat who I have quoted before, and I will quote them again. It is worse than a crime. It is a mistake, you know? It's one of those situations where attempting it and then not succeeding does nothing but hurt your cause, and even if you succeed, it doesn't help, right? That's the sort of the optical considerations that go into people's decisions to take radical, extreme action like this. Trumpy Wumpy got pew-pewed? Yeah, that's true. I think that this is still, like, bad because it's like they missed in just the right way to make Trump look good, like, which is by accident. I'm not gonna like allege that this was a false flag or anything because there's no evidence for that, but it was like really the only thing that's saving queer people from the fucking gulags is the fact that this the guy that did this was a libertarian nut. I can see Dry Bowser for the two Magic Cruiser tracks, with its off-road being the same as Toadette's and mini turbo being better. Yeah, maybe, but the thing is that the Magic Cruiser has better control on the off-road than the Flame Runner does. Toadette has +1 speed, unlike Dry Bowser. That's true. Although Toadette is a lightweight, so their vehicles will be slower. Oh boy. What if? Ah, dang. Give me mushroom. No! It took my mushroom, you dumbass. Ow. Flame Runner Flame's like top 4 on the Magic Cruiser tracks? Oh, really? Okay. I guess the raw speed makes up for the lack of off-road. Magic Cruiser, Spear, Dolphin, Flame Runner generally? Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Ah, I have the shot. I dodged a couple people, but what's important is I got people before the cannon. Spear over Magic Cruiser in some cases. In some cases, sure. I'm way behind. But not anymore. I'm actually kind of back in. Ooh, I like this. Oh, perfect. Perfect use of that golden. Wow, that still only got me 7th. Kind of crazy. But that was a really tight pack at the end. Yeah. We'll see if this assassination has any wide-ranging political consequences. You followed me lap 2? Oh, yeah, okay. I got you. I don't know if it will. Honestly, like, because what FNAF Freddy's Black Bruh said about, like, the assassins having, like, almost apolitical I want to be famous motivations, and because of the other things that would prevent actual, like, ideologically motivated people from doing things like assassinations, I don't think this is going to... It's not gonna matter so much. It matters still. You know, Trump is going to get a significant boost in sympathy. But like I said, I don't know that it's going to last for that long. You know. And with any luck, that will mitigate the damage that the Republican Party will be able to do following the election. One effect that I'm almost positive this is going to have is that the Republicans are going to, like, win the election. Like, Trump is going to win. The Republicans might even take the Senate or whatever, which is not going to be good. You know, but if the situation were worse, if the assassination were, like, clear cut, it was like a queer leftist that did this, then fully we would be in, like, death camp territory. Another thing about the Spirit has considerably less maneuverability when you're hopping around obstacles. Bitbike is still considered worse, not too sure. Oh, I didn't have time to read that. Trying to slow on him. No! I thought I could go inside the bomb car, but I was wrong. Oh, that shock probably saved me. Yo, what's up? Why'd you let me get second? Spindrift fixes that. You gotta basically spindrift every time you want to dodge. Yeah, it seems like that. What do we think is the worst inside drift? Probably Quacker. Right now, bottom 2 vehicle are Quacker and Bitbike for Retro Rewind. Is Bitbike or... Bitbike is, outside drift. But yeah, I think, I still lost 3. Yeah, 10,000 VR life is tough. Bitbike, I could see Jet Bubble being on that, near the bottom of that list as well, because it's kind of like the lightweights version of the Spear. But the compelling aspects of picking a Spear type of bike are so sandblasted down because it's a lightweight version that it's almost just not even worth it. Oh, you can make Bitbike inside drift and settings. Yeah, that's right, that's right. There's that inside drift thing, which I actually really like for this pack. I want to do that, I think. Maybe I'll change my combo to standard bike and have it be inside drift. Luck track? Oh no, Luigi Circuit? Oh, perfect. I can actually function on this one. This is a spear track as fuck. But yeah, end of the day, assassinations happen. They are something to freak out over, but they're also not something to freak out over. At least not in the way that a lot of media outlets love to freak out over shit. Because it's like, oh no, we're better than this. No, we're not. Humanity has literally never been better than this. We never will be better than this. This is just how politics works. Politics is loaded with violence. Sometimes it's more spectacular than other times. But, like, we're not getting around that. And I guess, like, brace for impact. Republican victory possibly incoming, since this seems to have had the effect of, like, making a lot of centrists retreat into the status quo even further as a sort of effort to play to civility. Got him. I'm gonna chain this. Oh, perfect. Oh, nice. That got me second place. Standard bike is still dog shit. It's only even competitive for off-road tracks. It has better drift than the Spear, and it has the same animations as the Flame Runner, which is why I like it. Can you change the settings in when you're in game, or do you have to do that outside of game? I use a shock even though you got me last. Oh no, I'm sorry for that to have happened. And of course you don't need to dodge me. Look, this is not, we're not doing the whole parasocial thing. Some level of that is inevitable because I'm Mr. Streamer Man. You should fucking use items in a way that benefits you, not me. Standard bike is like negative speed, Lamau. It's not that much slower than the Flame Runner. Vote. When like with Funky Kong wheeling at top speed on the Flame Runner, you go 97. With standard bike, you go 94. It's only a little bit slower than the Mach bike. It's 14 points lower. Got from the last box, so I just spam it. Oh, that bomb snipe was clean, though. Yeah, it was, like, perfect positioning for that. Here, hold on. Retro rewind inside Rift settings. Oh boy. All he knows is the sauce. What? That's a super high trick. Depends on what standard bike. I'm talking about heavy standard bike. You know, Funky Kong with heavy standard bike. That's why I said Funky Kong. Because in both instances, I'd be using Funky Kong. And I'm aware that the standard bike is, like, even with inside drift, is objectively worse than the Flame Runner. That wasn't as bad as I initially thought it would be, but still wasn't good. I'm glad I didn't get squished. Let me chain this. Somehow got away with that. I'm just holding this for dear life. Oh baby. Perfect. They're gonna get hit by that. That POW killed everybody. Wow. I'm just throwing this. It's the end of the race, whatever. Oh shit! I got first! I thought they would have an item to dodge the red shell. That is a certified ain't no way moment. Oh, okay, so you have to go to the channel options. So I probably can't do that. My POW got everyone. That was your POW? Oh shit, what a POW. I guess this is just the spear stream now. This is just the stream where I race on the spear and I'm talking about politics, because that's what I do, I guess. Nice. Fifty to 64 speed, same weight, 20 extra acceleration, 19 extra handling, 8 less drift, so probably about the same drift. 16 off-road, then 16 less mini turbo. What vehicles are this? Is this a standard bike compared to Flame Runner? Or standard bike compared to Spear? Standard L to Flame Runner? Okay. L meaning like large. Fucking hold my drift here. Bro, I'm sorry. I'm on the Spear. I gotta establish a lead somehow. Okay. We gotta have some kind of informal name for the standard bike, because it's like basically the Spear but stubbier and slower. I'll call it like the Stick or something. Yes. Oh, that was never mind. That was you replying to the other. This turn is painful, but I somehow made it on the Spear again. Start wide, pulling tight. So far, so good. I'm having a hard time believing, like, genuinely, that I've built a lead like this. Okay, well, there goes that. Most likely. Unless? Hello? Still first place somehow? Okay, well, not for long. Tannerbeck, like, El Royal Einfeld? True. That's not a bad place for me to get shocked, but it's not ideal. Oh, you asshole. Damn, he went out of his way to try to do that. Standard Bike M, Royal Raider. Okay. Oh, I didn't get an item. Unfortunate. Spender did it. Cool. Oh, I got it. That was my banana, huh? Yes. Oh, you got first. Nice. Yeah, fuck it. We take those. I actually think, one thing I've noticed is I think that there can be a net VR gain. End cut got me first. Oh, sick. I'm not good at the end cut on that track. One thing I like about this more so than CTGP is that I think the VR gain per race is distributed so that it is more than net zero. Like every room has a net VR gain. Frame 1 dodge, cool. Rather than a net zero. In CTGP, I've actually done the math on this where there's like rooms without a guest. The VR gains and VR losses, if you tally them all together, have to equal 0. discluding the whole +0 or guest user thing. But in this pack, what I've noticed is that if you add up all the VR numbers, it comes out positive, which means that more VR is gained than is lost, which is more like the Mario Kart 8 model of online VR stuff. And I think if you're building a if you have an online system with the VR and all that, I think that's a pretty decent way to design it so people don't get the like Mario Kart equivalent of ladder anxiety. Yo, what's up, 1v3? There was an assassination attempt on our favorite orange man. Except now we can't even call Trump the orange man because like basically every politician is just orange now. I don't know, they all use the same fucking bad fake tan. I meant to trick on that. I don't know. Might have eaten my input or something. Oh, wow. I'm just now remembering how much heavier the spear is than, Funky Kong on spear is than me mock bike. Yeah, have you noticed, TW Derp? If you go on TV and you look at a lot of politicians, they have like a very similar bad fake tan to Trump. It's kind of wacky. Like Joe Biden kind of has that now. The Democratic like politicians have that now. It's wacky. If you're to switch drift stat with mock bike, this would be a top 1 vehicle. Oh, without a doubt, 100% it would be. I was going for the Ultra. Oh, okay. No, I'm getting fucked up at the line. Ah, I had it. Oh well, look. I think I'm doing the spear proud right now. I'm doing spear users proud right now. It's only on 3DS. Yeah, that's right. It's a checkpoint glitch that doesn't exist on this version of the track. Ultra skips an entire lap. Yeah, it skips a whole section of the track on the 3DS version. I remember I would like used to be really annoyed with the staff go, so I would just do the Ultra on that track to beat them on 3DS version. Wait, fuck, I just picked this track. Well, hope it can't do it twice in a row. I just kind of fat-fingered. Top 25 on that map for Ultra. Teehee. Cool. But yeah, 1v3. There's actually, since you've just come here, I'll fill you in. Use myself to get top 28 worldwide. Back then, probably not anymore. Yeah, I used to be more of a time trial monger than I am right now. I had top 10 on some custom tracks. Hello, Michael IDK. Welcome to chat. Yeah, for those, for 1v3 and also for Michael IDK, I guess, I was talking about the assassination attempt on Trump. But there's like, shockingly, there's actually not that much to say about the event itself. It's more about like, more of what I had to say was about like the surrounding circumstances and why shit like this happens and like whether or not it meaningfully affects anything, you know? Also, nice try. No, you fucking asshole. We do a little bit of stream sniping. There we go. Got a box. Need to, I'm gonna need this star. I can't make the turn. Yeah, look at this. God, that's funny. Alright, let me chain this. Yeah, there we go. Barely made that turn while in a star. Get me out of the way, thank you. Dude, I've been in a star for so much of this race. Ow. Been the only story here in the UK all day. Yeah, it's been the only story in a lot of places, because it's like, this isn't very common. Even though it's like, it's part of politics, it's just not, like... Yay. Second place. Mom and I said to each other, even though it's bad to wish for Trump to die, it would be really good for the world future as a whole, really. Yeah, I think it would be, because, and not for the reason that people think, right? A lot of liberals make the mistake of engaging in what's called fascism in one man theory, which is basically, they sort of condense the issue of the far right. 20 seconds later, I starred you, you starred me back. Justice, instant karma, yes. A lot of liberals make the mistake of engaging in fascism in one man theory, which is functionally the idea that without Trump, there is no fascism in America. Like, all the fascism in America is Trump's fault. Fundamentally, that's not real. What is real, though, is that Trump is a populist Riz-lord, in the same way that a car salesman is a Riz-lord. You know, they're trying to sell you up on a car that doesn't work, right? They're lying to you, but they have Riz. And they're, you know, that makes people kind of want to be around them. If Trump weren't around, the Republican Party would be Rizless. They would have terminally low supplies of Riz. And that's not good for them. But that's a hypothetical, because Trump did not get seriously hurt, and he's still here to do his thing. You know, and yeah, I think that would be better for the world as a whole. But like, not gonna Fed post over it, not gonna like actively wish for anybody to be assassinated, especially because assassinations are really dumb. Like, they're just so dumb and like inadvisable, because they attract all the negative attention in the world over a crime that will get you on TV for the next several weeks of the news cycle, which I guess is you know, the motivating factor for some people. They want to be famous and all that. But you know, things could have gone better. Obviously, the ideal scenario is for this to have not happened at all. You know, like for Trump to have just not been assassinated, because even as Rizless as the Republican Party is, they would have been very easily able to turn Trump into a martyr, which would have, even if it didn't get them many new supporters, it would have energized the support that they had, you know. I'm playing a dangerous game here. It's good to get more people. It's not good to, yeah. I think I get what you're saying. The one thing, if nothing else, the silver lining is that I'm happy it wasn't like a deranged queer leftist that did this, you know? I'm happy basically that it wasn't one of ours, you know? Because if that were the case, then it would have been so, like, such an easy justification for the GOP to start, like, enacting an exterminationist platform against queer people and, you know, the queer community. But it was a, you know, kind of a libertarian conspiracy theorist type, which is surprisingly about as apolitical of political extremism as you can get, especially in America. Like, it's a pretty ubiquitous position that a lot of people don't like the government. Wasn't it a registered Republican? Yes, it was, in fact. It was, this guy was registered as a Republican, had voted Republican in, I think, the midterms or whatever, you know, which means that even though, like, obviously a lot of right-wing news outlets are going to write, oh, this was a crazy leftist anyway, like, they're going to say that no matter what, but now they at least don't have the evidence for that, so they're going to be way less successful at manufacturing a cohesive narrative around it. Hopefully that makes sense. I'm dead. Assassination was some of the least politically motivated things, which is odd. Yeah, it is very odd, but it does tend to be the case that, like, assassinations are some of the least politically motivated political acts in history. More often, the more politically motivated things tend to be strikes, riots, sit-ins, that sort of stuff. Mass action that does property damage, but doesn't necessarily, like, target any specific individual. Right? Even like far-right riots where they target groups of people, they're not necessarily targeting like a public figure specifically, you know? Because, you know, this is not... great man theory isn't real. if the registered Republican voted to Chris Christie, the anti-Trump candidate, it would be more understandable to say he's a Dem or some shit. Yeah, I mean, they could still stretch to do something like that, but it's not really going to stick all that well. This is the most fun I've had on this game, lol. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying it. I'm having a lot of fun, too. Maybe I'll want to keep playing Retro Rewind. This is a great pack. You know? And since these are all Nintendo designs, you can kind of get away with using the spear on most of them. Meanwhile, custom tracks, you know, the original custom track designs, you know, that's all, folks. You fly off the edge. You forget to switch to Bit Bike Dry Bones? Hey, I didn't say I would do that. I'm sticking with the spear this session. Let's go. Wee. Okay. Just get rid of that. Oh no, he got hit by a rock. No, I didn't know that could happen. Retro Rewind beat CCGP's highest player count recently. So I saw. In fact, I had looked at the CCGP player count, and regrettably, it seems that not that many people are have been playing CCGP, which is a shame. I'm assuming you know what a rhino is, right? Yeah, and that doesn't exist. Republicans have entirely coalesced behind Trump. Rhino is not a meaningful political label. Rhinos voted with Trump more often than most Trump Republicans did. $1v3 game of Manhunt without a shield? Oh, shit. My man's on that Minecraft PvP grind. Also, this track is kicking my ass right now. Alright, let's get around this corner and then... God damn it. Gonna take my star. Or maybe not. Oh, wait, that's a shortcut you can do? I didn't know that. Well, I beat one person. Let him cook. I mean, why else would I have this name? True. Unfortunate. Isn't this a spear track anyways? Absolutely the fuck not. It is not. Not a spear track. Those turns are so bad for the spear. You're big, by the way? Yeah, no problem. You don't have to... I'm not the teacher, and this isn't like the classroom. You're not at school right now. You don't gotta ask permission. Rainbow Road. Love that track. That track is cool. It's just not cool on the spear specifically. You know, if I was on Flame Runner or Mach Bike, I would probably really enjoy that track. And I still did enjoy it. A lot of these tracks are very pretty. I just have a hard time on the spear. Yeah. You know what? I think I'm gonna close out most of the talk about the assassination attempt on Trump by like saying I think this in some way kind of cemented my prediction, but I think we are in a way we're in the sunset days of the Weimar Republic, or at least the American analog, the American equivalent of that. I think the Republicans are going to, as a result of a few different things, the Republicans are going to have a pretty, well, maybe not a massive resounding victory, but it will be a victory for them in the 2024 elections. And the U.S. is going to do the whole song and dance with the far right for a good amount of time, kind of like Germany did during World War II. Maybe it'll be not as bad. We'll see. But it is only going to be temporary. It's just, this is just like a buckle up and prepare kind of moment. But not necessarily because of the assassination attempt itself. That is just like one surprisingly small component of a lot of different things that make me think this. Oh no. Shortcut at the end, I think I remember it being possible shroomless a bit before the track got added. Okay. Gotcha. Please don't back red me. Need an item. Okay. Ooh. It's not mushrooms, but I don't necessarily object to... Well, can't throw it very well, so that's what's up. But... I think whatever else happens, I need this item. Never mind. Well, that's something. Oh well. It happens. I'll need your help on my Minecraft project when you're done. Really? What, like, advice or something? I can give you advice if you want. What's up? Give me Rainbow Road. $30K is gonna take years? That's the idea. You know? Kind of like that with Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. You gotta put in that grind. You know, Desert Hills is one of those tracks that a lot of people don't have super fond opinions on, but I love it. I love Desert Hills. It's one of my favorite DS tracks, just because I love desert theming. Okay, yeah. Advice on which block to use on something? This revamped Bowser's Castle track. Interesting. I'll show you in a minute. Okay. Understand, I might not have the time for that, really. Like, between races, even. I'll probably have enough time to pull it up if it's just, like, an image. Ah, jeez. I didn't brake drift enough. Let's go. Second place? Not bad. Considering how many times I hit the wall on that track and how I feel like kind of spear unfriendly it is. That worked out. Wrecked that daisy. Top 2? Sick. Webcam is a little bit off angle there. There we go. Nice. I would love for well, any track to get picked, really. I haven't played all the tracks in this pack, I think. So I want to play all of them. Back to 10K. Nice. We're in there. I think, here, hold on. Let me look up Retro Rewind VR game. This is just, confirm something I thought about earlier. Okay, there's not that much data on it. I guess in lieu of, like, specific information confirming it, I will default to, I think, the VR game system in this has, like, a more than net zero. The VR and Retro Rewind only appears on Retro Rewind. Yeah, that's why I'm on this account and not on my, like, account that I use most frequently for CCGP. Because I know that would, like, if I got to 10K or whatever, that would screw with my, it would be kind of screwy. So I'm keeping, like, this account is going to be solely for Retro Rewind, and then the other account is going to be solely for CCGP. So right now I'm Fizazi, and then on CCGP you'll see me as Alexios MKR. Save gets copied, so it's an entirely different save than the CGGP one. Yeah, I mean, just from the perspective of, like, modularity. I know that, like, it's compatible. I know it's perfectly compatible, and like, there's no, like, game-breaking issue or anything that would lead to anything bad happening. It's just for the sake of being like, okay, you know, this is CTGP me versus Retro Rewind me, if that makes sense. Throw that forward. Where's the thing? Here it is. CGP VR would be the same. It's the last time you logged on to CGP. Yeah, I know. You've made it clear what you're, what you mean. Even still, that's just how I want to do it. Oh. Third place. I thought I raced really bad on that track, but I guess not, because it seems like I gained ground on a lot of people at the end there. Oh yeah, by the way, just so I can vocalize this, future me, if you're out there looking at this for editing, make sure to turn that, all the parts where I talk about the assassination attempts on Trump into a segment. That's some content right there. I doubt editing me is even going to look at this portion of the stream, because I've long since been pretty much done talking about that, but just for future reference, you know, self-talk. Was that the Mario Kart Tour version? I know Mario Kart Tour and then, like, whatever other Mario Kart game tracks have been in will have different versions of the same track. I put the location up on the Discord with the issue for after the race. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll check that in a minute. Hey, Mario Circuit. Oh, this track is so bad for the spear, I just realized. It's got that one turn. Got his ass! Unfortunately, I am the spear, so I'm gonna have a bad time on this turn. Yeah. Why is it saying 3DS next to the track? Had an update or something? This is Retro Rewind, so it will it displays what Mario Kart game the track is from. So this is Mario Kart 7. This is Mario Circuit from that game. so it says 3DS next to the name of the track. Oh shit, I didn't realize I was starting. Watch my pro gamer move. I'm going super wide. Somehow that worked out. So on the Wii U tracks, next to the Wii U tracks, it'll say Wii U. Next to the GBA tracks, it says GBA, etc., etc. Kind of an event. No, this is not CTGP. This is Retro Rewind. This is a different pack. Yeah. That's why CTGP wasn't in the alert or the tags. Oh boy, here comes the part where everybody eats shit as a result of my bananas. Or not. Kart sweats in the chat, I'm sorry. I haven't played it with my bro for so long. Hey, look, it's all good. Did I just fucking run through everybody at the end? Oh my god. Alright. Discord, what do you got? Which block to use for the road and the driveway? Using stone bricks for the sidewalk and bricks for the houses. Road and driveway, you say? Okay. Let's visit. Let's visit the site. Oh, okay, yeah. For the road and driveway. You see me throw a blue shell in second? Oh, yeah, I did see that. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. For the road, I might recommend using, like, smooth stone. Maybe? Just based on the light gray color. What's this? No, it almost worked. So that's for the road there, because the sidewalk does indeed look like stone bricks. For the driveway, I'm not 100% sure. My brain goes to like something made of deep slate, maybe. That's what I think. But I don't know. Deep slate tiles might have too harsh of a color contrast for that. Not entirely sure. We'll see. I don't know what my final verdict on that is, but definitely for the road, smooth stone would be a really good material. Using deep slate for both right now. Wait, is the road darker than the sidewalk? Am I getting the colors mixed up? No, I didn't get a box. Shock. Ooh. I just spammed it. Dude, that killed a lot of people because of the mushroom section. Yes! I did the thing. Ah! I landed that so badly. I had to play my cards real close to the chest there. Oh, no, wait. I missed the road entirely. Yeah, unpolished... Okay. Unpolished deep slate for the road is good. I think smooth stone for the... Smooth stone for the sidewalk would be a good material. Just because it's, like, the same color. Let's go 9999. Sick. And then for the driveway, I might use the deep slate like bricks or tiles or something. Maybe deep slate bricks. You know? Yeah. Definitely, if you're using deep slate for the road, you should use deep slate for the driveway too. Smooth quartz, my favorite block. Smooth quartz, I think, is actually too light for the sidewalk. And then the driveway is gray. Yeah, but it's like the same kind of gray as the road. It's just different, like it's tiles or bricks instead of a smooth surface. For the road, you'd probably want to use just regular deep slate. And then the driveway is going to be, I don't know, same color. Maybe, you know what? I don't know. If you know what, maybe try tough. Try tough, because to me it looks like the driveway is just ever so slightly lighter than the road maybe, but like not quite light enough to justify stone bricks, at least for me, anyways. But if it looks good, it looks good, and if you're confident in that, then you should go with that. But for the sidewalk, 100% smooth stone is what you want to go with. I think that would look perfect. Just looking at that Google Maps image that you showed. Or that you sent me. I love the tough suggestion. Yeah. Because, like, deep slate, I kind of see what you're saying about, like, deep slate might be too dark. But then, for me, it seems like stone bricks would be too different from the road. I'm just gonna use this here. I don't know if there's really a better place for me to use it. Just go hog wild, bro. Oh, dude! My brain's cooked after 6 hours of Minecraft. Well, also, isn't English your second language? You know, don't worry about it. A star. It's kind of interesting that this is banked way less harsh than the CTGP version. I have light gray concrete powder for the sidewalk. I guess. I don't know if it necessarily matches the material, though. Because of the texture. 3000 VR, so hype. Smooth stone is a good point. Yeah, like, not like regular stone, but the smooth stone. Yeah, with the lines. Yeah. That way you get the color and the texture of the sidewalk. You know? At least I wouldn't have to put blocks underneath. Yeah, for sure. Ah, dolphin trolls, I don't know. Gray terracotta? Question mark? What you thought was the sidewalk isn't the sidewalk. This gray thing here? Oh, is that like a bike path or something? What you thought was the sidewalk isn't the sidewalk? Okay, yeah, no, then if the sidewalk is the little bit next to that, then yeah, I think your suggestions make more sense. Okay, yeah. Yeah, no, okay, there's a little bit of miscommunication going on there. Yeah, my advice for stuff like that is just generally you want to try to, if you're trying to recreate a real world town, it helps like trying to match the colors and stuff to make it feel more like the real life thing. What? That didn't work? Wacky. A little too dark. The terracotta colors are a little weird. That's true. Terracotta, it's funny, cyan terracotta is a little bit more gray. You know, it's a dark gray, but it is gray. And then gray terracotta is like, I don't know how I would describe that color. But I have used terracotta in a lot of, well, not a lot, but a fair few of my builds. It looks nice. It just, I don't know why they made the colors look the way that they did. I dodged the POW because this track is so bumpy. Nice. I always need to place it to see what the actual color is. Yeah. If you're a huge nerd like me, you can remember what color it is just by looking at it. Even though the colors don't completely, like, match up with the terracotta. That's probably the pinnacle of spear maneuvering right there. I don't know if you guys are going to get any better driving than that on the spear by yours truly. That shock is really good for me. Holy shit. Come on. Okay. Whew. Nice. Very nice. I think I've cleaned up my act a lot with the spear the last race or two. Or, like, the last 3 or 4 races, I think. Dude, that guy at 3,800, I respect it. I respect repping that. We switch. I get middle spots, you get top spots. Thanks for your option. You've been really helpful so far. Yeah, no problem. It just, you know, aside from the miscommunication, I think just the advice still stands. Like, you should use whatever color looks the best. I think, yeah, stone bricks for the sidewalk looks really good. Yeah, that matches stone bricks both in color and shape, and then the bike path, the smooth stone. And then, like, the deep slate for the driveway and the road. I don't really know about Minecraft. That's perfectly fine. We just, you know, we do a little bit of Minecraft talking here, because 1v3 and I are both avid builders. You know? A lot of people who play Minecraft, like, very frequently have a special interest in the game itself. A lot of people really like mining and exploring. A lot of people really like redstone. A lot of people really like combat. And a lot of people, including myself in 1v3, really like building. Heck frickety heck, yeah, you can swear in the chat. We're all grown-ups here, presumably. Even if you're not a grown-up, look, let's be real, you've heard swear words. It's fine. Yeah. Although I also really like exploring, which is why I've done, I've started to play Minecraft in a format that I'm just gonna call like cottagecore or something, where basically I'll start a survival. I'll play in a survival world and like pick a biome to set up my house in, and then once I've set up there and like gotten enough resources to like live there, you know, stable supply of food and stuff, then I will go to another biome and build a house there, and like just kind of use that to make exploring way easier and way more fun, because in all the biomes that I can visit, I have a house there, you know. And in fact, it actually helps, as far as I've done it, like to this point, it really helps me have a good sense of direction, because like that way, if I'm building houses in neighboring biomes, then it's like kind of expanding my base of operations, because I can get from one house to the other really quick. It's a lot of fun. But I recognize that that playstyle of Minecraft is not for everybody, because like I said, different interests. One thing I'm not used to on the spear is how you do the landings. That's for sure. And I don't know if I can ever really get used to it fully. I'm just going to use this here. Nice. You messed up that turn and still are in first. Or at least you messed it up on my screen. I don't know if that's, like, real or what. I'm good at slash like every aspect of the game except Redstone. Yeah, Redstone is kind of a stumper for me as well in many ways. I think I'm getting some lag. Have I dropped any frames? No. Don't really want to spend time to get good at Redstone, and with this massive project, I don't have the time in the first place. Yeah, that's definitely a consideration. Redstone is a massive, massive time investment. Yay, 6,000 in Retro Rewind. Another top 2, 6K. Let's go. It's just another thing. Not gonna lie, partying with some apple juice. Good shit. I might, as I get more into playing survival, and especially since I'm building my creative world to kind of resemble an actual city, I want to be familiar enough with some basic redstone stuff to make certain like automated contraptions. The most basic one is like the one that kind of everybody knows. I'm 14, I don't care if people swear, I hear them all the time. Yeah, I swear like a fucking sailor. The mob grinder, like the classic, you know, mob grinder is the one that everybody probably knows about. Wario Stadium. Oh god, I just realized there's one turn on this track that's so bad for the spear, but, you know, fuck it, we ball. Ah, Mario Circuit 4. I'm probably gonna get fucked on this track. Ow. Got me with all 3 of those red chests. Well, the second one didn't really register, but it did hit. What's up, dude? I cannot believe that I made that work. Holy. Okay, 1 mushroom. Also, if that guy that I started is watching, I swear I didn't do that as like a haha targeting you thing. The spear's turning is just that bad. I hit the wall and then went straight and you happened to be there. I'm sorry, dude. That bump helps me. Main item. Yes. Yes! Okay, that's good. Okay. Works out. Keep going. And bleh, whatever. That track is really bad for the spear. I think I'm more or less happy with how I drove it. I would need a lot of track-specific practice to be able to drive that well. Also, there's this guy that's like AFK or something in this room. -1. We take those. You wrecked me, lol. Oh, did I wreck you specifically? God damn. That's unfortunate. I never usually intend to target people. It's all good. I've been getting you too. Yeah. Yeah, you've been targeting me in some instances, but look, that's content, baby. Wario Stadium. Least favorite character and vehicle. In Mario Kart Wii, I gotta say, least favorite. Now, this isn't going to equate to least used, because I think light characters are among my least used characters. But from a perspective of design, I don't really like... I don't like Birdo all that much. I guess it's between Birdo and then, like, either Birdo, Diddy Kong, or Bowser Jr. You know? And then least favorite vehicle. Again, this is going to be from a design perspective, more so than a usage perspective. I gotta say, I really don't like the way that the large standard cart looks. I just don't. You know, I think it looks too long and just a little bit awkward as a result of that. You know? The medium and light standard carts look pretty good. But I just not feeling it with the heavy standard cart. That's for Mario Kart Wii specifically. Yeah, that is a little bit faster, huh? I'm gonna have to go wide for a box here, more or less. Yeah. Get a box, don't want to be defenseless, god dang it. Alright, I executed that well, at least. Bro, what? Can't be letting me get first like that. What are you doing? I highly agree with most besides Birdo. I don't know why, but I kind of like it. Even though it's better, battle mode is unplayable because I just can't stand to see that disgusting bike. You mean like with Birdo? I think if there's a hierarchy of my least favorite designs, I think Birdo's at the top of, like, I don't like Birdo I'm okay with in terms of design, because there's a very strong repertoire of designs in Mario Kart. It would just be like between Bowser Jr. and Diddy Kong. I think for Bowser Jr., some of it is saved by the fact that there are Hammer Bro mods out there that you can replace Bowser Jr. with, which use the same kind of animations. It's very easy to take the Bowser Jr. sort of base model and put Hammer Bro over top of it. In fact, some of my custom textures, I think I have Hammer Bro over Bowser Jr. And I think I have Ampharos over Birdo. Diddy Kong, though, is like, I can't even find something that I would really like as a replacement model. No, I mean the standard bike in battle mode, the third game mode. Oh, okay. Yeah. The standard bike medium doesn't look that good to me either. I like the way the standard bike small looks, and I like the way the standard bike large looks. Not a fan of the standard bike medium. Really not a fan of the standard cart large. And then really not a fan of Diddy Kong's design, as far as, like, all the characters in the Mario Kart Wii. Which, I mean, Diddy Kong is obviously a good design. He's just, like, out of them all, he's my least favorite in the game. For this racing game. Oh, I remember seeing TWD98 video / stream where he talked about that secret box. I have to slow down on that corner. Yo, what's up? Biden really tested that presidential immunity. Yo, globalize my agenda. Welcome back to chat. Yeah, if only. That was really funny discourse, I gotta say. The like, the discussion that like, obviously this wasn't Biden, but if it was, it would have actually been legal as per the recent Supreme Court ruling. Whoa, what's going on back there? I've already, but yeah, globalize my agenda. I've already said most of what I want to say about that, and like, there's surprisingly not that much to say about it. You know, like, does this benefit Trump? Obviously, yeah, but like not as much as I think a lot of people would initially assume. And like, does this like, does this make it more likely that Republicans and the far right are going to win? Yeah, but not quite. Not with so much leeway that they'll just start building the death camps right away, you know, because it was a registered Republican that did the assassination, so they're going to have a hard time manufacturing a cohesive narrative around that. And like, that's pretty much it. You know, I talked about how, like, the circumstances of social isolation and alienation will produce the circumstances to make people insane enough that they would think to go and do something like this. So that's how you get crazy libertarian wackos like this, the guy that tried to assassinate Trump. I think that was pretty much it. Oh yeah, I also said that all of the like centrist libs that are saying this isn't what America is about, how could this kind of political violence be, you know, introduced to American politics, are stupid and wrong, because assassinations have been especially common in American history, and also all politics is characterized by violence. It is a quotidian part of the functioning of a state. Yeah. Those are my thoughts. Condensed. Wait, no, that track sucks. Even recently, yeah. Mushroom Bridge, sure. Trump laughed when Pelosi was attacked. Yeah, if we want to use that as a recent assassination attempt, granted it was Pelosi's husband was attacked. The assassination attempt was meant for Nancy Pelosi herself. It generated some sympathy, but like, people forgot about it relatively quickly. People won't forget about this one as quickly because Trump is a presidential candidate on the campaign trail, but yeah. We're fucked or we're fucked. Welcome to the 2024 election. Yeah, basically. It's just, what I had to say was basically, like, we are fucked still, but this assassination doesn't make us as fucked as some people would assume it does, you know? Like... He took insane photos, though. Yeah, the guy that took those photos was the same guy that took the photos of George Bush, like, having the shoe thrown at him, or the guy throwing the shoe at George Bush at that one speech. That's the same photographer. This will be insane propaganda. That's the point I'm trying to get to, is, like, yeah, it'll be insane propaganda. Not as insane, though, as if the shooter was a lefty. The shooter was an insane Republican. Like, the guy who shot Trump was registered as a Republican. It was far right on far right violence. So like, yeah, the narratives are going to kind of be there, but they're going to have a harder time propagandizing against the left and minorities specifically, because there's nothing to propagandize about. The left and minorities were not involved. Like, in any way. What a bomb snipe! Sorry, I had to toot my own horn a little bit over that one. To be fair, anybody could shoot anybody and most likely be a Republican. Yeah, you see, the thing is, I think there are some insane lefties out there. Like, there was the guy that self-immolated and stuff, but that was a, like, self-immolation is, like, self-violence. It's not, like, you know. Me in 5 years building my town online just like that. It's fine. Me knowing world politics are a freak with Trump as a winner because it, oh yeah, it would likely be a Republican because they own all the guns. To be fair, there are a lot of like anarchist lefties that own guns. 0.73. Oh, is that the difference? Wasn't the guy who shot JFK a lefty? No, actually. The guy who shot JFK had no real political convictions. His motives for shooting JFK, Lee Harvey Oswald, his motive for shooting JFK was just he wanted to get famous. And I guess, you know, mission accomplished on his end. He didn't have political motivations. In fact, very oftentimes, political movements will not really engage that much in assassinations because... yeah, dude was desperate for attention. A lot of political movements don't really engage in assassination attempts unless they already have power secured, because assassinations really can only optically detriment your movement. Rusemka JFK wanted peace with the Ruskies. Look, there are a lot of conspiracy theories, some of which I believe more so than others, about like why JFK was assassinated, and almost certainly there was some fuckery going on. But like in light of like in lieu of hard evidence, like unless there's hard evidence for any of that, we're going with what we know for sure, which is that Lee Harvey Oswald was motivated by wanting to be famous. And like, given that this assassination attempt was like a little bit similar, you know, there's a pattern being established here, and I think we do well to learn from that pattern. Also, JFK did not really want peace with the, you know, the Ruskies all that bad. JFK was president when the Bay of Pigs happened. And in fact, I think, I know there was some fuckery with the Bay of Pigs specifically, where it was like somebody, like, supposedly did it without JFK's approval. Like, that's pretty fucked. Oswald was U.S. military and had gone to Russia, plus the whole ridiculousness of the lone shooter story and Magic Bullet. Dude, this guy was a lone shooter. I think what conspiracy theorists fail to understand is Occam's razor. You're failing Occam's razor right now. The simplest explanation, the explanation of human incompetence, is the like best explanation in this instance. Even at the highest levels of the most powerful government in the world, people are just incompetent fools sometimes. What are your thoughts on the fact that the assassin was a Republican? My thoughts are thank fuck, because otherwise the death camps would be going up next year. You know? That's what I think. You know? You know, like I've said, like the right wing was going to try to manufacture the narrative anyway, but whether or not they're successful fundamentally was like pretty much contingent on if the shooter was left wing. Shout out to Massive Chat, by the way. Let's go, everyone. Yeah, you know, welcome everybody to chat. After Bay of Pigs, plan drawn up in the previous admin, nuclear crisis, JFK was not trusting CIA anymore, wanted to de-escalate things. Yeah, after the Bay of Pigs, that makes sense. I'll probably do one more race, and then I'll end stream, because it's at about 2 hours. I'm not saying Trump shooter wasn't a lone dude, but Oswald definitely wasn't. The bullet doesn't bounce around hitting many bones like the official story says. It does if it's a low caliber bullet. If you know how munitions work, then if you have a handgun, those are low caliber firearms. Bullets that are quote unquote softer, or that aren't like as good at penetrating through, they bounce around. It's only if it was like a... Well, I guess no, that I'm mixing it up. It was the guy that shot Oswald that had a handgun. Oswald had a sniper, which at range can potentially have stuff like that happen. Look, I'm not really interested with engaging in a lot of like unverified conspiracy theories and shit. For all intents and purposes, even if like Harvey was working with somebody, in that moment he was a lone shooter, which means he was not like there wasn't a detailed plan drawn up. He just kind of went there. Going Spear is a bold choice, not gonna lie. I've been on Spear for most of the stream, because this is, you know, Retro Rewind is all Nintendo tracks. Other shooters on the grassy knoll. Okay. It wasn't a coordinated effort, though. Like, if, in fact, there being multiple shooters goes more to my point that it wasn't a coordinated effort than to your point that, like, it was. Because if it was a coordinated effort, there would only need to be one guy. But there would be evidence of, like, a network of whatever. Look, again, this is all conspiracy bullshit. I'm not engaging with this. I actually did that cut super well. I'm in second, not for long, dang. Ow. Wow, what the fuck? Everybody's got it out for the guy on the spear, apparently. Alright, give me something, game. Yo, what's up? Ah, rip. Do I want to make that the last race, or do I want to do one more? I think I gotta do one more. I don't want to go out quite like that. The impossibility of the single magic bullet theory is well documented. If this doesn't confirm what you've been saying, I'm muting you. And I might still mute you anyways, because I'm not interested in going down this rabbit hole. Instant karma? Oh, were you the bomb? Did you bomb me? Then don't? Yeah, okay. Nice. Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, fourth to last. That's rough. I'm just not target you. Yeah, maybe don't. Yeah, I mean, it's possible there was more than one independent assassin. I mean, let's look back to World War I. Multiple assassination attempts occurred on the same day against Archduke Franz Ferdinand. They weren't terribly well coordinated. It was basically just individual people who really didn't like him. They might have had some broader political affiliations, but it wasn't like this, you know, for all intents and purposes, it was just one guy. It's either Jover or it's Jover prolonged 4 years. Yeah, that's right. We either get a 4-year timer or like a couple months timer until it's Jover. But having, getting into the it's so Jover phase of history, like I've said, means that there is going to be at some point a we're so Barack phase of history. It seems like throughout the 2010s where we've seen like a massive increase in far right presence in politics and stuff, and I think that's just that's gonna like come to a crescendo in this election cycle, and after that there might be something good. There might be, like the thing about history repeating is that it tends to repeat itself in more ways than one. Far right governments and fascist regimes can't persist forever. I've explained that fascism has inherently self-destructive tendencies. Fascism eventually eats itself. You just have to, try to adjust conditions whatever way you can to make it eat itself quicker before it gains power. Unfortunately, it looks like it's going to gain some amount of power in the United States, but that means it's still going to eat itself. It's just a matter of how many people get taken along with it, Any dictatorship is like that, though, not just far right. All dictatorships are in some stripe right-wing. There's no such thing as a left-wing dictatorship, because a left-wing dictatorship would be socialism. It would be democracy, ergo not a dictatorship. I'm comfortable with ending it on that. Like, the closest thing you could argue to there being left-wing dictatorships are Maduro and what? Fucking, 7th to 2nd, W. Pow. Nice. Maduro and, like, Juan Perón are the only two things that you could really characterize as dictatorships with some left-wing elements, and really that's just authoritarian social democracy, which is pretty characteristic of a lot of right-wing dictatorships anyway. The state gets involved in some social policymaking as an inevitable result of authoritarian tendencies. I know how to use POWs. Yeah, you definitely do. Anywho, that's it for this stream. Look forward to a segment on me talking about the assassination and shit. I will find somebody to raid. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. Let's see. Oh, okay. I hate politics. Time to go back to Mario Kart. Yeah, true. Let's raid Cody Schwab. Apparently there's a tournament happening this weekend, Super Smash Bros. Tournament. You guys might enjoy that. And I'll see you next time. Next time being Tuesday, since today's Sunday. I typically do this every other day. Oh, wait, shit. Cody Schwab. There we go. Thanks for the stream. See you. Yeah, see you next time. I spelled his name wrong. Have a good one. See you later. Later. See you guys next time.